I actually liked Outlast Whistleblower quite a bit. I mean, it's definitely one of the better DLCs out there. That being said, I don't have a lot of experience with DLC, so yeah. So the plot actually follows Waylon Park, a man who works for a really shady organization that conduct their super illegal experiments in an asylum. The thing is, however, Waylon is a whistleblower.
He said it! He said it!
And is revealed to be the individual who sent an anonymous email to Miles, the protagonist of the first game. But soon enough, the sketchy guys in suits figure out, and boom, you're thrown into the asylum with a group of just wonderful individuals.
Die!
The gameplay would be instantly familiar to anyone who played Outlast. Use your trusty night vision camera to navigate the many dark spaces, sort of throwing back to those found footage movies that used to be popular back in the day, and try to avoid anyone who has a taste for blood. I mean, you might complain that this doesn't really sound scary and possibly kind of generic, but I like the gameplay. It may be simple, but it really works on delivering the many thrills and sort of keeping a breakneck pace, just like the original. Now, it's important to note that I played on normal, but if you ask me, this isn't really a game I'd recommend playing on a harder difficulty. Because on normal, while you are completely defenseless against enemies, you can still tank a few hits, which, thank God. Enemies that insta-kill you are kind of a pet peeve of mine. In a game of Outlast, I don't really want that. Jump scares are frequent, but keep you on the edge of your seat, and while the game does mostly take place in an asylum, just like the original, with just clocking around 90 minutes to 2 hours, it does not overstay its welcome. And the story, I actually didn't bother reading the notes and many pieces of lore, so yeah. That being said, I thought this was simple but effective, and the ending? Oh boy, without spoiling anything, it is leaps and bounds better than the original. As for negatives, I don't really have that many. I mean, sometimes it's a bit hard to know where your next objective is. I mean, especially while you're getting chased, but this didn't really happen frequently. I mean, I got lost a few times, but I don't know, like, these small issues, or maybe even nitpicks with how few and far between they were, didn't really ruin my enjoyment. I mean, that being said, viewer discretion or player discretion is definitely advised. I mean, you thought the first one was extreme with the finger amputation scene? Oh, you are in for a treat. Cannibalism, a healthy dose of castration, on top of all the blood and gore? I mean, is that a spoiler? The point is, the game is really extreme with its violence, and yeah, definitely not for everyone. However, in conclusion, Outlast Whistleblower is a solid DLC to a solid game, with a terrible ending. But having a way better ending really washed a lot of that terrible aftertaste the first one left. And actually, I felt like the way the story wrapped up made all the endless gore and torture sort of worthwhile in a strange case. I'm not saying the story is mind-blowingly good. I mean, in terms of dialogue and characters, there isn't a whole lot to work on because I never thought that was Outlast's biggest strength per se. But that being said, the story is still effective, especially the fact that its video game nature really sort of, how do I put this? The video game nature just really elevates the story, if you ask me, especially it's in first person, and you sort of get to, like, insert yourself through Waylon and all the terrible things he goes through. So, yeah. So Outlast Whistleblower is scary and heart-pounding, short but sweet, and it is a satisfying experience, and combined with its really affordable price, this one gets a strong recommendation. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. It sounds kind of high, but it sets out everything you expect in an Outlast game, and does it quite well, while having a better story than the first one in my opinion, and a really nice way to kind of tie up the loose ends that the first one left. So, yeah, that is my first Halloween-related video. I hope you enjoy. This is sort of low quality, but there's a few other things I'm working on, so hopefully you can look forward to that. So, yeah, see ya. Bye.